Imagine looking at the microbiome of an elite athlete at the absolute peak of their physical prowess, and then comparing it to the microbiome of a vibrant, healthy centenarian. Someone over 100 years old who is still sharp, mobile, and full of life. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. Modern science has uncovered a profound connection between them. Both possess exceptionally high levels of one very specific, incredibly powerful bacteria. Here is the viral, mind-bending twist that has the medical community completely fascinated. This ultimate longevity bug does not care about the organic spinach. It doesn't eat your food at all. It actually eats you. Today, we are taking a fascinating dive into the absolute holy grail of microbiome. We are talking about a microscopic superhero. We are going to explore why this unique bacteria is the master regulator of your gut barrier, how it completely rewires your metabolic health, and exactly how you can use simple, everyday foods and habits to cultivate a thriving colony of it inside your own body. Please hit the like button and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. So, what exactly is Akkermansia muciniphila? And why is everyone in the longevity space suddenly obsessing over it? Discovered relatively recently in 2004, Akkermansia muciniphila is a unique species of bacteria that makes up between 1 to 5% of the gut microbiome in healthy adults. The name itself gives away its superpower. Muciniphila literally translates to mucus-loving. Unlike almost every other bacteria in your digestive tract, which rely on the fiber and carbohydrates passing through your system for food, Akkermansia has set up camp right on the edge of your intestinal wall. Its entire diet consists of mucin, the complex proteins that make up the thick, gel-like mucus layer protecting your gut lining. Now, at first glance, a bacteria that eats away at your body's protective barrier sounds like a bad thing. It sounds like a parasite. But human biology is incredibly counterintuitive, and this relationship is one of the most beautiful examples of symbiosis in nature. Think of Akkermansia like a master gardener. When you prune a bush, the plant responds by growing back thicker, stronger, and more resilient. The exact same biological mechanism happens in your gut. As Akkermansia constantly grazes on and consumes the outer layer of your intestinal mucus, it sends a powerful chemical signal down to the specialized cells in your gut wall, called goblet cells. It tells these goblet cells, "Hey, we are breaking down the surface here. We need you to ramp up production." In response, your body continuously pumps out fresh, new, highly dense mucus. Because of this continuous, gentle grazing, Akkermansia literally forces your body to maintain a thicker, healthier, and vastly more robust intestinal barrier. And why does a thick mucus barrier matter so much? Because it is the ultimate defense against the modern epidemic of leaky gut syndrome and autoimmune diseases. Your digestive tract is essentially a hollow tube running through the center of your body. Its job is to let nutrients in while keeping pathogens, undigested food particles, and bacterial toxins out. When your mucus layer becomes dangerously thin, which happens when Akkermansia levels drop to zero, the delicate single layer of cells beneath it becomes exposed. This exposure causes the tight junctions holding those cells together to break apart. Suddenly, highly inflammatory bacterial endotoxins, known as LPS, leak directly into your bloodstream. Your immune system panics, launching a systemic inflammatory response. This chronic, low-grade internal fire is the root cause of autoimmune flare-ups, chronic fatigue, brain fog, and severe joint pain. But when Akkermansia is present and thriving, it builds an impenetrable fortress of thick, fresh mucus. The toxins stay in the gut where they belong, and the systemic inflammation is completely extinguished. But Akkermansia's superpowers extend far beyond just sealing a leaky gut. It is a profound regulator of your body's metabolic engine. In recent years, scientists noticed a stark pattern: individuals struggling with severe obesity, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes almost universally lacked Akkermansia in their gut. It was virtually extinct. This led to a landmark 2019 clinical trial published in the journal Nature Medicine. Researchers took individuals with profound metabolic syndrome and safely administered a highly concentrated dose of Akkermansia. The results were absolutely staggering. Without changing their diets or their exercise routines, the participants experienced significant improvements in insulin sensitivity, a reduction in systemic inflammation, and a natural, sustainable decrease in body weight and visceral fat. How does it do this? As Akkermansia digests your mucus, it produces specific short-chain fatty acids and signaling proteins that travel to your liver and your fat cells. It literally communicates with your metabolic organs, telling your body to process glucose more efficiently and to stop storing excess energy as inflammatory visceral fat. It acts as an internal metabolic thermostat, shifting your body from a state of disease-promoting storage to a state of efficient, vibrant energy utilization. This is why we must move away from the stigma of quick-fix weight loss, and instead focus on healing the underlying biological environment. So, if Akkermansia is this miraculous, why can't we just run to the local pharmacy, buy a standard probiotic pill off the shelf, and swallow billions of them? Here is the frustrating reality of commercial probiotics. Akkermansia muciniphila is a strictly anaerobic bacteria. This means it is incredibly sensitive to oxygen. In fact, oxygen is highly toxic to it. If you try to manufacture it, put it into a standard capsule, and sit it on a store shelf for 6 months, the ambient oxygen completely destroys the bacteria long before it ever reaches your mouth. While a few highly specialized, pasteurized versions are just now hitting the medical market, you do not need an expensive pill to harness this power. You just need to know how to farm it. You need to know what fertilizers it loves, and what environment makes it multiply. Let's talk about the ultimate Akkermansia fertilizer, polyphenols. Polyphenols are the complex, organic compounds that give deep, dark fruits and vegetables their vibrant colors. Think of the deep red of a pomegranate, the dark purple of a blackberry, the tartness of cranberries, or the earthy bitterness of high-quality matcha green tea. When you consume these foods, the polyphenol molecules are incredibly large, so large, in fact, that your stomach and small intestine cannot absorb them. They travel all the way down into your colon intact. And it turns out, Akkermansia absolutely loves polyphenols. While it uses your mucus for its primary food, polyphenols act like a potent biological catalyst, causing the bacteria to rapidly multiply and colonize. By simply adding a handful of dark berries to your morning routine, drinking a cup of green tea, or sprinkling pomegranate seeds on a salad, you are laying down the exact chemical foundation required for this longevity bug to thrive. But there is one more lifestyle habit that acts as the ultimate growth hack for Akkermansia, and it explains why fasting is so profoundly healing for the gut. When we eat constantly, from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, we are continuously feeding the billions of regular, carbohydrate-loving bacteria in our gut. They grow, they multiply, and they crowd out everything else. But when you practice intermittent fasting, say, compressing your eating window to 8 hours and resting your digestion for 16 hours overnight, something magical happens in your microbiome. The carbohydrate-loving bacteria begin to starve and die back because the food supply has stopped. But remember, Akkermansia doesn't rely on your food. It relies on your mucus. During a fast, while all the other bacteria are starving, Akkermansia has a massive competitive advantage. It has an endless buffet of mucin all to itself. Studies show that during periods of intermittent fasting, Akkermansia populations literally explode, multiplying rapidly and sweeping through the digestive tract to repair the barrier and trigger profound metabolic healing. Fasting is not just about cutting calories, it is about changing the ecological balance of your internal world. Here is the doctor's verdict: the vibrant polyphenols. Your body is not a machine that is broken. It is an incredibly complex, beautiful ecosystem that is simply waiting for the right conditions to heal itself. You do not have to fight against your biology. By understanding the miraculous role of Akkermansia muciniphila, you hold the key to restoring your gut, reversing systemic inflammation, and reclaiming your metabolic vitality. You have the power to cultivate the microbiome of a centenarian, not through restriction or extreme measures, but through sustainable, joyful additions like vibrant polyphenols and periods of restful fasting. I want to hear from you in the comments below. What is one polyphenol-rich food, whether it's green tea, cranberries, or pomegranates, that you are going to add to your routine this week to feed your longevity bugs? Let's build a stronger, healthier foundation together. Until next time, stay curious, stay resilient, and take care of your gut. Watch this video suggestion, it was especially picked for you. Please share, comment, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you, it helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos and keep growing.